All right. Excuse me. We're live for the Untraditional Show. Now, what are we going to be doing this week? Well, who knows? Probably a lot more talking at the moment, as I said, until there's, you know, till I can do a bit more with this. So it's really all I can do at the moment. Um, but essentially, one thing I do want to do, actually send out as everyone else seems to be doing, well wishes to the Charlie Kirk family. Um, I don't don't I don't agree with any of the politics that he was talking about at all. But then I don't agree with shooting people either for your opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. You know, the last thing we should be doing is going around shooting people because we don't agree with them. You don't agree with me, that's fine. If I don't have to agree with you either. You know, the world has come into this evil place, and it's on both sides. I'm not in America. I'm not on the political side. I'm the outside looking in, and we have it here too. We have any country in the world that you have fair elections or said fair elections that you have, you're gonna have a difference of opinion. You're gonna have people disagreeing, um, and it's gonna divide your country. Um, at the moment, there seems to be a lot more evil and a lot more things going on when you talk about stuff with the Epstein files, um, and possibly a lot more coming in because my opinion is everybody who's on those lists should be prosecuted, but at the expense of an opinion. And the things I heard this dude say, because I never even heard about the dude until I watched South Park. South Park was my introduction to that dude. And within a few weeks, he's shot and killed. But it is interesting when you think about it. That and there are a few things that you guess you could say about it. Like it's kind of interesting that the Republicans have been going on about the left about being woke and liberal, or whatever it is over there, and wanting to cancel everything. Now they're going on the offensive, wanting South Park to get rid of that episode, take down that episode. I believe which Comedy Central did. But kind of irony, isn't it? Um, I'm one of those people that does think that. I mean, as sad as it is, I don't condone it. When you kind of get what you deserve, karma. It happens to everybody, and you know, bad things happen. You say and do bad shit, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back at you. Whether you're some idiot like me or a president in the White House. When you do bad shit, it's going to come back to bite you in the ass. Yeah. Anyway, so my respects to Charlie Kirk and the family. So why am I on at 7? Well, like this late time or early wherever you are. As I said, I'm experimenting with different times. I was thinking of doing earlier in the afternoon last week. Then I kind of had the thought today, why don't we try a little bit, push it a bit later? So essentially, the next few weeks, we'll probably may just be trying different times, see what goes, uh, see what attracts better. If it's in the afternoon, whether it's in the night time. I'm trying to do it before 9 o'clock. Mostly because there's neighbours here that they probably don't want to be disturbed with this shit. I'm only going on an hour, but they can be too long. I did try radio, and doing 3 or 4 hours of that every night kind of pisses people off. So it's like, you know, essentially what I want to do is move out of here into my own thing and like away from things. So you wouldn't have all the the trains and trams and that going past. I can afford better equipment. Things aren't exactly easy at the moment, which is where you come in. Yes, you. You can sort of help with that. I mean, we can help boost the channel. At the moment, I'm pushing for 500 subscriptions. That's just the short term. The one we want to get to is 1,000, 4,000 viewers. I think we need, and then we can start super chats. So we can boost this up. And I'll tell you, all your super chats that are coming in. I like to put jokes in the thing down below, as you can see. But all your money that comes this way, it's going to help boost the channel and everything else. Maybe we can have guests, maybe we can have other things. At the moment, I'm using a free system on a Chromebook. Was it Talk Studio Streamlabs? So, that's my thing at the moment. I tried to see if I can add anything. I just wanted to see if I can add things. I try to do things a bit differently. And for some reason, you can do all this stuff. This is probably about as much free I can do without it costing me money. And at the moment, I don't exactly have a lot of money to do that. Last week I got robbed. Robbed? How did I get robbed? Money in my account. Money in my bank account that I intended to use and save for food and things going on. And that got taken out of my account. Still wait for that to be resolved. And shitty times at the moment. Not exactly in the money situation. Plus, with my knee, I can't really go work. I don't really do much else. But what I did do, so I guess we could get a bit of housekeeping out of the way. So I did launch the Facebook page. So if you go to Facebook, the Sky Genie Entertainment, it's a like page. Go there, like it, and you can see for yourself what's out there. Now, obviously, there isn't many people watching this at the moment. I think the last one got about under 10, which I want to boost a little bit. I'm trying to do more short videos today. I did a parody of how to record just about an hour ago. How to record a video. It's meant to be in satire, like got the pen. Those for dummies books. When you get those dummies books, they have a certain thing. That was my intention with the joke. So if you go on YouTube now, you can check on it, possibly after this, how to record a video, and it's kind of lame, I will admit. So hopefully when it gets spit up, we can get a bit more into that. Like say I just put something out, recorded something just to put something out there. So that was that intention. Okay. Yeah, so essentially, hold on. Checking the phone on here. So essentially, what could I do differently? I mean, I'm kind of limited of what I can do, so I can't just add videos. I can't add music. But then I guess I have to use my surroundings around me, and it's like it's a crappy apartment with low brown wheat bix. Low brown wheat bix, tomato sauce in the background. Got me drink here. So I don't know. How can we change things around here? What's happening? Oh, look. It's all changing. What's going on? Oh, it's back to normal. Oh. Now, whoa, dark. Dark. In the dark. Oh, that's going all color. It's gone red. It's green. What's going on? Yeah. Oh, look, it's back to normal. Now it's orange. Back to normal. Uh, Different colors. Whoa. We're back. Circle around, circle around. What's happening? What's happening? Alright. If you're wondering what the fuck's going on, put a coloured light in the lamp. Essentially, why I got the lamp on. And another reason why I wanted to do this at night time for the joke, I got like an app changes. So I just click on it, change the light. I think that's my whole purpose for this show. So like just silly shit. Thinking because that's just me. I like to do silly shit from time to time. I just no reason at all. Anyway, so what happened this week? I eventually did nothing all week. I don't even know what's going on in the news. Oh, I do with the shooting for one, but what else is going on in the news? Oh, let's just pull something up. We'll do a segment called I don't know. Yeah, there we go. I don't know. The segment's called I don't know. You're not helping conspiracy slammed by the last person to talk to Kirk. Okay, I guess it's all his news. Woman goes viral, gets fired over Kirk stance. That's stupid. I do find that stupid. I mean, okay, as I said, political opinion, get fired for your job. And as I said, you see these people going on about woke. Yet, when it suits them, right? I'm not for or against it. I'm kind of against the woke at the same time. Like I'm independent, so if everyone ever asks, is where I lean is I'm kind of in the middle. Like I don't really care that much. Some parts when you look at it both sides, one way on both sides, like there's things that make sense. I guess that's when it goes like to either your far left or your far right. That's when you kind of get into a whole lot of disagreeing, like, and the whole handling of that, like, too, like, okay, this is something I guess we could talk about. The whole FBI, FBI thing with Kash Patel. Talk about one of the most incompetent people to run the FBI. And I said this when said this to people when the Trump when the golf course one at the golf course, not the one where we got him in the ear, but the one at the golf course where they were shooting, they were probably shooting at. I don't know if they shot anything, but then apparently the Secret Service spotted something and shot at them. In my brain, I'm thinking, and there's this apparently this, what the story was. I guess I'll finish the story. There was a huge shootout. The guy drove off. They found him down the line somewhere, but yeah, that's the story I remember hearing. If there was more to it, whatever. That's just what I remember. But the story you heard of it, there's this big shootout. Secret Service don't do shootouts. They shoot the guy. They get him. Like if that person's getting away, you have a pretty shit Secret Service in my view. Like Secret Service, like they're in my brain they're trained to kill, like Army, like anyone else. And if they're missing, the dude, or not getting the dude, then your Secret Service is probably shit and should be fired. That's why I think it's a hoax. That one was. I think both of them were. Because if you look at his ears since then, like there's no mark. Like you don't recover that quickly from gunshot wounds. Like I know people who have been shot. One got shot. He was World War II. Shot in the top of his belly, and he had a hole going into it. So I don't know, you don't. I was thinking after seeing that, like you don't, like that shit doesn't go away. But anyway, even with good plastic surgeons, no one's that good. But with this one, okay, obviously this one happened. Um, the FBI had what, three suspects before they caught three suspects before they ended up confirming it was that dude, and they threw everything under the sun, whether he was trans, whether he was different race, from another country, but he turned out to be a white dude who voted Republican. And we're supposed to think, what are we supposed to think? we don't think anything. He was just we think, from what everyone says, he was a total normal kid, not a normal dude. And I don't know if he's dead. I should probably do more research into that. But like, if he was caught, if he's just dead or whatever's going on. Like apparently, you hear a lot of this case, and one of the other dudes said apparently, this kid was a normal kid, and yeah, just went and did that. So that's where you go sort of wonder where the evils are in politics too. I think people need to dial it back a bit. They won't though. Like if you think about what I think is going to happen, they're going to dig in more. But they already have. They already started blaming the other party when it was nothing to do with the other party. It was their own people. And it's not, as I said, it's not like that dude didn't. He was encouraging it. Or there's no empathy. He didn't like. He thought empathy was a made up word. Well, and yet people, since it's been shot, have been clamoring to give that dude empathy because he's dead. So what do you do in that instance? Do you go with it or don't you? And I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. So what we're going to do, we're going to go into our first break, and we'll be Japan! Yes, chicken salt. I bought this at Carl's. I don't know why I did that. Yes, for people wondering, yes, this is very much an ADD kind of channel. When you think about what exactly are you doing on this channel? Because I do a few video games, wrestling games, play wrestling games on here, other stuff. I have old Sky Genie episodes on there. The idea of the Sky Genie channel, like I try to make everything different from what everybody is putting out there. At the moment, this isn't different, but I try to make it different from everybody. So the experiences on the Sky Genie show Sky Genie channel isn't the same thing. It isn't to be the same thing as what you see in other videos. Like I try to make it different on purpose. I believe when it's a channel, it's got to be variety. All of it's me, and then at the moment, I'd love to have more people come onto the channel to help boost it up. But then then it becomes a business, doesn't it? Anyway, but like the whole purpose of this channel, pretty much just me being a fuckwit. That's all I really want to do. It's essentially what I want to do with radio. So generally what I will want to be doing when I start, if we get a bit of money behind it, because essentially the Untraditional Show, let's go that way, it's all reversed. The Untraditional Show is actually meant to be a radio show. So the idea of it, there's meant to be shorter talk breaks and more bit of music in between. When there are weeks when I don't have a lot of content. So that's the thing. When there's weeks a lot of with radio, you can sort of hide it a little bit with a bit more music. So if you talk variety, like I am, what you do is you're more talk than you are music, and like you have music on there, but then you rely on music more when it's slow days or slow weeks. Essentially, what today is. What you'll find if they're slow weeks, the videos or the live stream will tend to be a bit shorter with this. So that's what you'll find out when it goes longer. It's because I had a lot of things to do. A lot of things happen that week. I had a lot of things to say. There's sometimes I pull things out of my ass. Not literally, of course. Here's the topic. I try to be pretty visual too. So while I'm meant to be on camera, I try to do a lot of visual things because So essentially, this is for the storiness. So they're out there. It's like, hey, he's doing all funny shit. Yeah, man, he's doing all funny shit. So got to entertain that. And when all the colours before, if people were on LSD and watching that at the beginning, that part was for you, I guess. Not that I encourage drug use. I don't use drugs at all. But there are people out there who do their thing, and hey, maybe you stumbled onto this because you're high. Anyway, so one thing we're going to talk about, and I'm trying not to make this a wrestling-centric podcast. So I'm not going to be talking about WWE or AEW, the companies, because, oh my God, don't do it. Don't do it. If you're a wrestling fan, tribalism in fucking wrestling. Okay, yes, I'd kind of go part of it. I probably a little bit lean more AEW than I do WWE, but I'll watch it. I'll watch WWE too. I like to troll people. I just do. I try to be cool with people, and I don't think pro wrestling shoot like me that much anymore. But I try to get along with people at the same time. I like shit stirring people too, so it's like get it all going, make it all good. So what I want to talk about is WWE 2K25. There's a lot of things that have been coming out, like the My Faction and shit. I hate My Faction. I guess this is going to be the rant. It's My Faction. and the island mode too. Essentially, their money modes, like they give you all these things, all these people coming out, like they lure you in with, hey, here's an AJ Styles from TNA, here's an old version of Kane, here's the Wolfpack NWO and stuff like that. The problem is, there's no replay value at all with it. No value for it. If I'm going to spend money, I don't want to gamble it. I want to buy stuff for, with value. Last year, and oh my god, I was so against it. But then I end up caving when they gave the NWO Wolfpack edition. Like it was on my faction. So I went in and bought a pack. I dumped a heap of money that I probably shouldn't have, but I did. And I got a few cards out of it. And there was a few cards in there. I was like, oh, this is cool. Yep, we got all that Wolfpack thing. Wolfpack thing. Then we got to the next year. None of those personas or cards that I unlocked from 2K24 made it to 2K25. You had to unlock it all again. Now, think about it. Think about this. Think about it. I'm an old school gamer. I'm an old school wrestling fan gamer. My first wrestling video game, would have been No Mercy. No Mercy in Nintendo 64. I played that game. I played that game a lot. Essentially, if I could have, I probably would have married the game. No, I'm kidding. Well, see, when you get to the SmackDown games, it's got the disc in a little hole in it. Anyway, I played a lot of wrestling games and all kinds of wrestling games. I had, there was a point there. I had a heap of different consoles because I still had money back then. I had a heap of different consoles with a heap of different wrestling games. There's one point. What I really would love to do is find a place that's cheap with rent. Yeah. Well, essentially, I could buy a home and do this, but like find a place cheap rent, get a heap of things put up with the whole console thing, because I know a lot of people do that, and buy a heap of wrestling games, Japanese ones as well. I bought a Japanese PS2 because I wanted to play some of the PS2 wrestling games. I fried that motherfucker, man. Plugged it in because I thought, hey, that's what you do. That's how I learned about wattage. And I remember turning it on and you didn't catch on fire. It was just like this blue smoke came out of the back. I fucked it. Why I didn't literally fuck? Like I blew it up. I destroyed it because too much energy went into it. Then I had to find this. So I went all over the internet to find this downgraded thing. To find this downgraded thing. So it downgrades the electricity or whatever. Like it's a converter and whatever. Then it didn't work, and I tried to get my money back from the dude. And then he blocked me after that. So I think it could have been a dud for all I know. Anyway, so that one was gone. So that never worked. But that's what I'd love to do: find a place of my own, like it's out of the way of everybody. Some logical and reasonable, so I can get to places with money, but also a bit of privacy. So I'll do more of this. I would do more of this radio, podcasting, all of it. I would do it every day if it wasn't so much limited here. If I could. Yeah, so essentially that's what I want to do. That's how long I've been a wrestling gamer. The current game that's out now, I don't feel it's for me anymore. Even though next year, I think if I'm guessing what 2K26 is going to be, I think it's going to be an Attitude Era focused game, more Monday Night Wars. Why do I think that? Because this DLC coming out and the things they're putting out on my faction lead me to believe that maybe we're looking at that is what the direction they're going for next year. Like usually it's around showcase, and showcase is what I sort of base the theme around, their theme in the game around. And Monday Night Wars was something back in the day. The Attitude Era was something back in the day. What else? The invasion angle. I mean, if they include TNA and AAA next year, why not? Or when worlds collide, but you can make that sort of a okay. The invasion angle kind of sucked, but that's when I first started watching wrestling. I first got into literally as it started, or more so when it started. The first episode of wrestling I ever watched, Stone Cold Steve Austin was questioning. Is in a bar drinking, questioning. It's a legendary thing. He's questioning whether he should come back. Vince McMahon's going, hey, come back. I need the old Stone Cold back. I need the old Stone Cold back. And Stone Cold's like fucking hey, man, I'm gonna be drinking. I'm gonna smash the fucking pool cube and blah blah. Anyway, end of the episode. There's this big brawl happening. This is my first pro wrestling show. And Stone Cold's coming out, man, fucking kicking everybody's ass. And yes, that's what got me into it. You know, what an episode. If you're a wrestling fan, what an episode to get into it. That's the very first one I ever watched. And that's also led me down the path to watch. See, and that's also the one, because you talk about I guess I'll go into it. You talk about the tribalism between WWE and AEW. Well, because before then, and since then, since that angle, WWE didn't really acknowledge, or they sort of did here and there, but they didn't really acknowledge companies outside of WWE. That was pretty much forbidden. It was taboo. Pretty much why you have a lot of tribalism today is because the people grew up with that mindset. As I said, I came in with a different mindset then. So watching the invasion angle, was a different thing. Of course, WWE were the good guys. Everyone else was the bad guys. That's what introduced me to it. Because then I would go to the video store. We had video shops back then, like the rentals. Video Easy. That one of the big ones. It was here. And you find tapes of WCW, like the old tapes, and so I found out, there's different companies. I think there was a couple of ECW ones as well. Those WWF ones, and I got WWF ones. Obviously rented those, and then I got onto. Then I watched. Actually, outside of WWE, because I did credit Chris Benoit DVD, but it was actually we lost the rights to SmackDown out here, and we got TNA out here, TNA Wrestling. We got WWA and TNA Wrestling. So that got me thinking there's other wrestling out there. That's how I discovered out more outside wrestling. Plus, got the magazines, and all that. So I've always been that person to sort of go out of my way to go, hey, let's watch that other thing. That WWE is great. I'm not dogging WWE. Let's go watch this let's go watch TNA. Let's see what that's about. Hey, look, there's Ring of Honor. Let's go see what that's about. My first Ring of Honor was a little bit later. When I got CM Punk and Samoa Joe too. So that's when I discovered that one. So that's, So I've kind of been like watching whatever. Like I don't really care. One has better production, one has better lighting, one has better this and that. just never gave a shit. To me, when you're watching wrestling, it's because it's your flavors. It's it. That's why I look at it as your flavors. Like you got your WWE, your TNA, you got your AEW, like different flavors of wrestling. New Japan. Uh, Probably not recently, but it was probably the one I would watch much more than I would the other ones. Um, what else did I watch? I watched a lot of them, man. I watched a lot of indies too. Like I just don't care. Like I don't care what people think at all. It's like you watch one or the other. It's like it's no big deal. Wrestling's wrestling, man. Oh no, it's really funny. Oh, they're not using star. They're using WWE stars. They're not creating their own. Well, they are creating their own, but they've hired WWE stars. Those people came from other places. Hmm. Hulk Hogan came from the AWA. Hulkamania started in the AWA. Junkyard Dog, Mid South Wrestling. Jerry the King Lawler, Memphis Wrestling. Like, yeah, like who cares in the end? And if you like one and hate the other, whatever. Like, I never see the issue. I never see the reason why you put somebody out of business. Like, unless um, LDS. That's the problem. If you want one out of business because you have LDS. Uh, that's what I would look at when I see it. Like, oh, sirens. I've got the thing down because I don't know why I did that. Let's see. I'll do live commentary. Yeah, it's far away. Sometimes it's good, like to be say across the road will have their fire alarm. So someone sets off their fire alarm, and because they're all linked. So when the fire alarm goes off, it goes straight to the fireys, which it costs you if they come out and you're the one that did it. Sometimes a lot of times they just give it away, but sometimes they will find you. Um, but yeah, like they're linked to the fires. They come out here, and sometimes you see people out there that are in the middle of the night. Sometimes, like us, they had to evacuate a few times. We've had to do it here a few times. We got flooded out here twice. So out here, you can still smell some of the water out in here sometimes. Like, you know, that shit happens. It's what happens when you live in the city. And not much happening out there, but there are times that things happen out there. It's why I have this near the window, because if you've kind of noticed, there's no window back there. It's one big giant one here. It's got a screen door, but there's no balcony. There's like a railing in front of me so you don't fall out. It's weird design. Like whoever designed this place, like, was either on drugs or just like. I'm wondering if this place had a different purpose in mind. If this might have been motels at one stage, or if it's just like, um, it might have been uni lodges. That tend to be a lot out here. You just never know. Never know at all. Coming up to 42 minutes past the hour. Yeah, well, 42 minutes out in here too. So we might take another 5-minute break, and we'll come back and we might wrap up the show. Look at that. The I think I've played all the ones, so it might be a repeat now. Oh, I don't think I've done this one. Alright, we're back. And I think that was the last of the time. It's like the so you'll probably see them. As I said, I try to keep it a bit different, but like when they're all done, I think there's more, but they're all behind. They're all behind the paywall. I'll just check. We can check it live. Live. I'm telling someone's thanks for watching and all that, but thanks for tuning in. It's the 22nd. Alright, cool. See you soon. What if I can create my own? Oh, don't know what happened there. I'm wondering if I could create my own and like just do something random. Like for me, it's like thanks for watching. Go with yourself. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for this week. So thank you all for checking this out. Go to Facebook, Sky Genie Entertainment. Check it there, like it, whatever. Get this page to 500. And thank you all for checking this out, and I'll catch you later. And get this page 500.